Hello friends, we are going to discuss another software development paradigm, that is our V model. So the major drawbacks of waterfall model is we move to the next stage only when the previous one is finished, and that was no chance to go back if something is found wrong in the latest stages. So in case of waterfall model, we cannot retrace about path whenever one phase is getting completed. You are moving to the next stage, and if you find that was some error in the earlier stages or phases, we cannot do anything. So V model provides means of testing of software at each stage in the reverse manner. So that is the main theme behind the V model. So V model provides means of testing of software at each stage in the reverse manner. So we should discuss this one using the diagram. So the first phase will be having our requirement gathering, next phase will be the system analysis, next phase will be the software design, and next we are going to design the modules, and then we are going for the coding. So going through all these phases, then the coding will be initiated. Now the next phase will be the unit testing. Now what is unit testing? Unit testing tests each and every module individually, so this module designs is corresponding to this unit testing. So they are correlated in that case. So in case of unit testing, we shall check whether each and every module which is required might be requiring some input parameters. We should give those input parameters, and whether you are getting the required output, as the written with the correct calculated values and specifications defines they are working well individually. So that will be done in this unit testing. So unit testing is the commensurity with the module design. Next one, we having this integration testing, and this integration testing is commensurity with this software design. In case of integration testing, we shall test how these modules are getting interacted, how these modules are cooperating with each other. So wherever a module is passing the right parameter in the right format to the other module, this was our check in the integration testing. If it is so, they working well, they are communicating well, so that testing will be done in case of integration testing. Next testing will be the system testing, which is commensurity with this system analysis. So you should check whether this whole system working properly or not. So you should check whether this whole system, including of multiple different modules and interaction between the modules with whole system, is working fine according to the requirement, according to the design level, or not. That will be done in the system testing, and next one will be the acceptance testing. What is the acceptance testing? In this stage, whole software is working according to the requirement part gathered at the very first stage or not. That was checked in this phase. Is the software is producing the same and implementing the all requirements what was mentioned at the earlier stages? That is known as the acceptance testing. That will be done by the user also, and they will check what about requirement they give, whether this particular software is in accordance with that or not. That testing will done in acceptance testing. So at every stages, test plan and test cases are created to verify and validate the product according to the requirement of that stage. So is the previous diagram, we have also mentioned that here we having the verification phase, and here we having the validation phase. For example, in requirement gathering stages, the test team prepared all the test cases in correspondence to the requirements. Later, when the product is developed and is ready for testing, test cases of this stage verify the software against its validity towards requirements at this stage. So wherever do it gathered the requirement, there is a plan or some test cases, and whether software is getting where is going to get delivered, and when the acceptance testing is getting done, in that cases we can run this test, as you can check whether this software is going to give us the correct answer in the correct format with the correct precision. This makes both the verification and validation go in parallel. This model is also known as verification and validation model. So other than V model, this particular model can also be called as verification and validation model. Thank you very much, friends.